Well, hello. Welcome to Elvis Sunday. My name is Nick. Every single week we take a look at one of Elvis's songs, often suggested by one of your good selves at home. Chances are it's one I've never heard of before, and to that end you will be getting my first time reaction to hearing it or watching one of his performances. Today we're going to do a song recorded in 1966 from the album How Great Thou Art. So from what I've read, this week we're going gospel. Looking at the video description, there is a quote from his mother, Gladys Presley, which says, "When Elvis was just a little fellow, he would slide off my lap, run down the aisle and scramble up to the platform of the church. He would stand looking up at the choir and try to sing with them. He was too little to know the words, of course, but he could carry the tune." Yes, carry the tune he probably could, and carry the tune he certainly can. So we're going to dive straight into this one. We've got, I think it's the original studio version from the album here, and then there is an alternate take. There are lots of different alternate takes on YouTube, but I've just chosen one at random. I can't do all 7 or 8. So looking forward to what this one brings. I kind of have a vague familiarity with the song. I think I know the song. I could be completely wrong, and it could be a completely different song we're going to listen to right now. Again, looking at the video description, it says it had been previously recorded by Bill Lanford and the Lanfordaires in 1943, the Golden Gate Quartet in 1946, the Jubilaires in 1947, and Odetta Holmes 1956, before Elvis did this one 10 years later. So, very curious to hear this song. I'm intrigued to know whether it is the song that I think I know from old, not Elvis's version, but perhaps one of those previous versions I just mentioned. So let's not waste any more time, let's just dive straight in. Leave a like on this video if you can, really helps out the channel. But here we go, Elvis Presley sings Run On.
Well, you may run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time. Let me tell you, God Almighty's gonna cook.
I think it is the song I've heard before. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Not Elvis's, but
oh, well, tell the gambler, rammer, backbiter, tell them God Almighty's gonna cut them down. Stop, God Almighty, let me tell you the news. My hair's been wet with the midnight dews. I've been down on my bending knees, talking to the man from Galilee. My God spoke and he spoke so sweet. I thought I heard a shuffle of angels' feet. He put one hand upon my head. Great God Almighty, let me tell you what he said.
Love
Go
it.
tell that long-tongued liar. Oh, well,
Go tell that midnight rider.
Oh, well,
Tell the gambler, the rambler, backbiter, tell them God Almighty's gonna cut them down.
you may run on for a long time.
Run on
such a rhythm to it.
Run on.
Could almost be like on a train. Let's stop doing that.
You may throw your rock and hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. As sure as God made the day and the night, what you do in the dark will be brought to the light. You may run and hide, slip and slide, trying to take the mote from your neighbor's eye. As sure as God made the rich and poor, you're gonna reap riches of what you sow. You may run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time. Let me tell you, God Almighty's gonna cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go tell that midnight rider. Tell the gambler, the rambler, backbiter. Tell them God Almighty's gonna cut them down. Some people go to church just to signify, trying to make a day with a neighbor's wife. But brother, let me tell you, sure as you're born, you better leave a little woman alone, because one of these days, mark my word, you'll think that brother is going to work. You'll sneak up and knock on a door. That's all, brother, you'll knock no more. Run on
Wow.
for a long time.
Run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time. Let me tell you, God Almighty's gonna cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go tell that midnight rider. Tell the gambler, the rambler, backbiter. Tell them God Almighty's gonna cut him down.
That was great. That was great. Just that gospel, yeah, just that gospel sound, but the fact that Elvis was singing it still sounded very rock and roll. I felt like I'd heard a version of this song before, not Elvis's version. So I've clearly heard the song sometime in my 50 years on this earth. But then here it even feels like, how could you put it? You know, we talk about Elvis making songs his own, and without even me being familiar with the previous versions, this makes no sense whatsoever. You can tell that it's got Elvis's stamp on it, and he was kind of, you could hear how much he felt the song as he was singing it. I was very much caught up with the song itself rather than I caught some of the lyrics, but again I was kind of caught up with just hearing his voice and the melody of the song, just the dynamics of the song and how just fast it was going, and it was just that rhythm that played throughout. And like I said, did embarrassing movements, but it kind of, you know, just you're on a train track just hearing that. It's just the consistency of that tune pervades throughout, like, you know, just under 3-minute duration there. Really fantastic. And again, it just, all the Elvis Sundays that we've been doing is something that's, I think it's so different to anything that I've heard so far on here. So another facet to his voice here now. So really enjoyed that. I'm intrigued to see what this alternate take is and how that plays out. On the description for the video it says that it's a run-on alternate take from the FTD CD, Easter Special. Dot's not connecting, I can't think what the FTD stands for. It says Easter Special. Recorded 26th of May 1966, RCA Studio B, Nashville, Tennessee. So I wonder how different this is likely to be. Do enjoy a lot of the alternate takes that I've heard thus far. So let's go round again. Elvis Presley with an alternate take for Run On. Here we go. Oh, what's that?
Well, you may run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time. Let me tell you, God Almighty's gonna cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go tell that midnight rider.
Long-term liar.
Backbiter. Tell them God Almighty's gonna cut him down. Well, stop, God Almighty, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet with the midnight dew. I've been down on my bended knees, talking to the man from Galilee. My God spoke, and he spoke so sweet. I thought I heard a shuffle of angels' feet. He put one hand upon my head. Great God Almighty, let me tell you what he said. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go tell that midnight rider. Tell the gambler, rambler, backbiter. You may run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time. Let me tell you, God Almighty's gonna
Getting a sense of who he might be singing this to.
And hide your hand.
Long-term liar, gambler. Who could that be?
As sure as God made day and night, what you do in the dark will be brought to the light. You may run and hide, slip and slide, trying to take the mote from your neighbor's eye. As sure as God made the rich and poor, you're gonna reap the just of what you sow. You may run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time. Let me tell you, God Almighty's gonna cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go tell that midnight rider. Tell the gambler, rambler, backbiter.
Gambler, rambler, backbiter.
Some people go to church just to signify, trying to make a date with a neighbor's wife. Brother, let me tell you, sure as you're born, you better leave that woman alone, because one of these days, mark my word, to think that brother is going to work, you'll sneak up and knock on the door. That's all, brother, you'll knock no more. You'll run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time.
Run on for a long time.
Wow, bearded Elvis.
Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go
Never
tell
seen him with a
that
beard.
midnight rider. Tell the gambler, the rambler, backbiter. Tell them God Almighty gonna cut him down.
Superb. Superb. Just listening to it for a second time. Could be reading into things. You get a sense of clarity that this could be pointed towards a certain colonel. Yeah, 1966. So we kind of knew where Elvis was at that point. Yeah, interesting. I might be completely wrong on that, but it's quite easy to kind of join dots. Whether it's the right answer or not is another thing. But just a really soulful, beautiful song, and just a soulful, beautiful performance there. Like I said, after the first rendition we listened to, unlike anything I think that we've listened to on here so far, and I'm sure there's a lot more. Certainly on that How Great Thou Art album, I'm sure I've done a couple from that album already, but none of them kind of had this sort of dynamic, just that heavy. We've heard some gospel, I'm sure we have, but this just felt so soulful and rich. And you know, I read that passage from his mother at the beginning there about him running to the front of the church and joining in the song, and you can imagine it being a song like this, and just how much that must have, you know, filled him with such joy and such soul, and just that music. You know, we see him over all these years, and just how the music flows through him, and so to have that imagery of him at such an early age running down and just being embraced by that whole environment and that music, it paints a really vivid picture and kind of clearly pushes him towards what we've all come to know and love. So really fantastic little window. I don't know, I'm probably reading way too much into a single performance of a song 31 years after he was born, but you do kind of, you hear some of these songs and you begin to live kind of almost vicariously through what he might have been going through at that time. So it's really a joy to listen to, and every week just feels like something new, something different, and yeah, just a joy to listen to again. What did you think? Did you like this? I think you probably did. You wouldn't be here otherwise. Let me know. Leave those comments down below. Also, please, if you did like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Tap subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. If you are, thank you so much for coming on board already. Really appreciate you. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have an incredible week, and I will see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.